All right, this is Nobody's Movie Review Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to us on iTunes.
Do that.
Spotify, rate and review. Even if you hate it, fuck it, review it.
Right.
Leave a rating. This way we get in the rankings.
Leave a comment too, and we'll.
There's a lot of comments.
Really? On the iTunes?
Yes. No, on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
You have a big YouTube audience. I don't know. There's one guy on Spotify. So shout out to the one guy on Spotify.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
It might be me.
That's you?
No, I don't think it's me.
On Spotify?
No, I don't think it's me. It's not.
It's not me. It's not me. I don't really listen back too much.
I do watch the YouTube.
Yeah.
And I like to give it a couple days so that the comments are there. Just
so you know.
No one ever says anything about me, which is, don't feel the need to, but while we're plugging stuff, that's my shit podcast on
plug your shit
on iTunes and Spotify as well.
Thank
you for that
podcast.
Yeah, thank you for showing me how to get this shit on Spotify.
On Spotify
after 99 episodes.
You just figured out how to get on Spotify.
Yeah, it was hard. But yeah, iTunes and Spotify. That's my shit podcast. That comes out once a week. And you can follow me. You see the Instagram and Twitter and stuff. Funny Man Stan.
We're trying to make this something. I want to change the room around. We're definitely gonna do some stuff with the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find posters. I have to get the dimensions of these little panels, and I'm gonna put the posters in the panels.
Like some of our favorite. We should get a True Romance poster.
Yeah, I want True Romance. I'm definitely getting a thinner one.
Ooh.
If I can find it. I'm definitely making one.
I think you can find that. How hard can it be?
Got it. It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
We're getting a thinner poster. And then, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out from there.
Yeah. So we watched... We watched
in the realm of Stephen King, because I think Jordan Peele is the next Stephen King, bro, after I've seen this movie. He's like an updated version.
I would say I would agree. Like he does, like you could put him in that Stephen King, Wes Craven sort of like horror. Well,
if he's gonna
keep
going
horror.
like this, if he's gonna keep doing movies like this, then definitely.
I wouldn't even call this movie horror. I think it was more suspense. There wasn't a lot of.
It's not scary.
No, there wasn't a lot of jump scares. There wasn't it didn't like jump out at you and scare you or anything like that.
We're talking about the movie Us.
We saw Us.
This is going to be spoilers galore.
Yeah.
Because this is what we do. Spoilers.
So if you haven't seen
the movie,
go see it. Go see it. Go see it and then watch and all that.
So this is what we're doing because we really don't have no other movies to review.
Right, yeah. We were very focused on Us.
On Us. It was a bit. And then I wanted to see it right after.
Yeah. Yo.
The movie theater situation was crazy.
Let me tell you something. Even Friday night, like this past Friday night, today's Sunday. This past Friday night, me and my cousin could not find a theater that had seats.
Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah,
man. I seen it in IMAX.
Really?
Just because that's the only time I got good seats. That's the only good seats I got up there in Kids Bay.
Oh, you went to Kids Bay?
Yeah.
It was tough to find tickets, man.
Yo,
which says a lot about the movie, man.
It's not tough to find tickets. It's tough to find a good seat.
That too, because nobody wants to sit right up front. That's not I don't think that's the kind of movie you'd be comfortable sitting right up front watching. Yeah, I don't think there's any movie comfortable.
Nobody who makes those seats. They should.
Yeah, they should just push the theaters in the seat back.
Yeah, make less seats.
I mean, I don't think they want to do that. They want to maximize as many seats as they can.
Yeah, but fuck that.
But okay, would you rather go to a theater with reclining seats?
Yes.
But there's less seats, or would you rather have more seats?
Less seats, reclining.
Okay.
Yes. I like iPick. I like iPick.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's less seats. It's less people. I like it.
Yeah. So I ended up seeing it yesterday at like 3:00. In Long Island, just because it was it was insane.
It was crazy.
We were planning on seeing it at 1:30.
I saw it with a packed theater, which was also awesome, which also made the movie better.
So the theater I saw it in wasn't packed. There was a decent amount of people. They didn't react the way I was hoping. Like when I saw Get Out, huh?
Were you with black people?
It was a good mix.
My shit was mixed.
It was a good mix.
Asians, black, white. It's in the city, so it's Asians, black, white. It was all over.
Yeah,
the white people were turning up too.
That's how it was when I saw Get Out. I saw Get Out in the city.
White people were turning up. So.
Yeah, I saw it in a white neighborhood, and it was mostly white people, a couple of black people here and there.
Yeah, I saw it mixed. Manhattan, middle of Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan,
There was
mixed.
the scenes where things would get where there's funny scenes or whatever.
I felt like I was because there was white people. I think there was nothing but now there was a black couple in front down to the right.
Yeah,
but other than that, there was like white people around me.
Were they uncomfortable?
And then there was like an Asian dude. Nah, that was cool.
There was a black guy, like an older black guy, by himself next to me.
I was like the quintessential black person a little bit.
Oh, you were being like loud and shit?
I wasn't loud. It was just one part that kind of pissed me off. Like the part when they're in the driveway and he starts running up to him and he got the bat in his hand. I'm like, why did you just fucking hit him with the bat?
That's a good point.
Like, hit him right there with the bat.
Right.
Why you ran inside?
Did he take the bat at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I thought he...
At the door.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was like, when he's running down the driveway.
Yeah.
And he has the bat. Are we going to start from the beginning?
Right, let's start from the beginning.
All right, let's start from the beginning.
So, the very beginning is a flashback scene, 1986. Actually, no. The very, very beginning.
The very, very beginning
is a commercial.
Already told me about the end of the movie.
Yeah. The commercial. It was a commercial for Hands Across America.
Was the end of the movie a surprise to you?
Which end?
Like the kind of big reveal, quote unquote.
That the girls switched?
Really, yeah.
Nah, I didn't. The beginning didn't ruin it for me.
No, because the beginning already told me like, oh yeah, they switched. I knew that in the first 10 minutes.
I guess maybe about. Nah, it didn't ruin it for me at all.
Did you know? Were you aware?
No.
You weren't aware?
They switched?
Yeah.
Not until they revealed it. No.
I figured out that they switched in the first 10 minutes.
No. Because remember in the very beginning, they just showed her face.
I wasn't. You know what? Because I'm a movie person, so that automatically told me like, all right, they switched in the beginning.
Really? I didn't think that
right away. And then when they were with the counselor, it solidified my thing.
I had that thought when she wasn't talking and like they were like, I was like,
It solidified my theory right there. I was like, yep, they switched because she can't talk now.
But here's what
she
was
very
interesting.
vocal.
Right. Here's what was interesting about the switch part is that when she pops up behind the other little girl, they're wearing the same shirt. Oh, right, because okay, we'll get to it. I just realized something. Okay, so it's 1980.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
But she's wearing the same shirt, but in Inside Out.
Wait, was it Inside Out?
Yes. She's wearing the same shirt.
Because she did take it off and put it right.
Shirt, right?
Yeah, the Thriller
shirt.
Wearing
the Thriller shirt Inside Out.
Yeah. Because that makes sense because when she had her chained to the bed, she took it off and put it back on. Yeah. All right.
She switched it.
So the 1986, they're at the Santa Cruz, beach boardwalk or whatever. So let's go.
There's a part of the movie that fucked me up.
Yeah.
But the switch part didn't fuck me up.
Okay. So they go down. It's Adelaide, who's the main. Lupita Nyong'o as a kid.
I don't fucking know. Lupita.
Yeah, Lupita as a kid. Her parents are fighting. I guess they're divorced, maybe, or separated. Or they're having problems.
They're just having problems.
Yeah. So the dad wins her a Thriller T-shirt. She runs off. By the way, okay, let's stop there. Where the fuck is she going, man? Like, what the fuck?
I know, a kid, bro.
Really? Have you ever done that? I've never done that.
Walked off?
Yeah. That far?
That far, no.
Right.
I've walked off though.
Like. Maybe a couple
when
feet.
I was a kid, motherfucking kids walked off, bro.
Yeah, but it was
we walked away.
It was the 80s and 90s. We could do that.
Let me tell you something.
I mean, I just that seemed like she went far away.
Listen, my father took me and my 3 friends to the fucking Six Flags, right? To the water park in Six Flags. When I tell you we lost one of my friends for 4 hours, and we found him while we were on another ride.
Jesus Christ.
So this motherfucker walked off. We didn't know where the fuck this nigga was. So we were just like, well, he'll turn up sometime. And we was on it. Lo and behold, we're online for another ride. And we see this nigga about to go down the ride. We're like, yo. And he's like, oh, wait for you down here.
It was a wild time back then, man.
Yo, shit was crazy. There was no cell phones.
Nah, yeah. Imagine.
There was no cell phones. None of
like,
that.
To me, that shit was wild when she walked that far away. I was just like, I get it. You're curious, but like, goddamn, like, I don't know.
There's no cell phones, bro. Like, you just walk off, fuck it, and you'll find him later. She figured he'll still be at the game.
Yeah.
And so they found her, and they did find her. But they did find the wrong one.
They did find the wrong one. Spoiler alert. Whatever. So yeah, so she goes into the thing. Should we say? Should we just say the way?
I'm saying the whole movie.
No, I'm saying
don't watch this if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Us, don't watch this. Well, it's too late now, but you're already watching. So hopefully you've seen Us. Anyway, so she goes down into the Hall of Mirrors,
which is, this is what I thought the movie was about. I thought that this place that she went into, was like a thing, because in the front of it said
find yourself.
It said find yourself.
Yeah.
So I thought this place makes
clones?
A clone of yourself, like, or it just did it to her for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought.
Right.
I thought, because I knew the family was there, but I knew like a clone family, but I thought it was just her life that was getting cloned.
Right.
I didn't know the bigger picture. That's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
So I knew they switched in the beginning, but I thought it was just specific
just her.
to Lupita's character.
Yeah. I
didn't know it was like a world thing. I didn't know that.
Right.
That's what fucked me up.
Well, we'll kind of come back to this, but one of the things in the very, very beginning, there's a title screen and like there's everything, and there's 3 lines that talk about tunnels and how there used to be a bunch of abandoned tunnels in all around the world, and some of them remain unused.
Yes.
And then you see
that part. I was like, why would they tell me that?
Right, but it makes sense at the
at the end.
Yeah, at the end. And then the rabbits didn't make sense at the beginning.
It made sense to me because rabbits were used in the cloning experiments.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That was
like in real life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Because I was like, at first I was like, I thought it was sheep that were used.
Sheeps, rabbits.
Yeah.
Mice, of course.
Because they're close. They're close to human DNA.
Yeah. So those animals were used in cloning experiments.
Yeah.
So that was like.
So.
That was like a thing. I was like, okay, rabbits.
So you get past the rabbits, you get past everything. So now you get present day. They're the family, Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, and the kids. They're driving to I guess a summer house. Winston Duke was funny because he was like,
I like him.
He's like a corny dad, and like he was.
I like him because he's real.
Yeah.
Like he's not hard. He's not playing this gangster dude.
No.
He's a regular dad.
This is a regular dad,
and I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, because he wasn't. You like even with the bat scene, he was just like, all right, well, I guess I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah, like fuck, I got to be the dad.
Yeah. You know what I did like about that? So they get to the. I'll get to it. So they get to the summer house or whatever, and
he buys the Crawdaddy.
What?
The boat. His name is Crawdaddy.
Oh, Crawdaddy. That's right. He buys the Crawdaddy, the boat, and then they go to the beach.
Yeah.
Even though Lupita Nyong'o didn't want to go. Now. At the time, that's when I was like.
Now.
At the time, I was like, okay, she doesn't want to go back.
Yeah.
Because at first you're thinking, oh, she doesn't want to go back because of the trauma, PTSD from back then. But that's when I started thinking, I was like, what if
I knew that part though.
Right.
I said she doesn't want to go back because that's where she's.
That's where she's from.
I knew that.
Yeah.
But I thought this is how I thought in my thinking.
Yeah.
When her son walked off, like she walked off, right? I thought he was going to go in there. And then he get cloned. Then the family goes in there. And then they get cloned.
Okay.
That's how I thought the movie was going to go.
Right. Okay.
That's exactly how I thought the movie was going to go. But that's not how it happened.
Right. So the son walks off.
Yeah.
Here's my question. The guy that the guy that was bleeding on the beach, who was that?
That was just the dude with the Jesus thing.
Right. But when they pulled in, they were putting him in the ambulance. Remember?
Yeah, he died.
Right. So how could he have been?
It's the copy.
Oh,
that's why he was already standing there. He already untethered himself.
Oh, because his
when he came in,
his original died.
The tethered already killed him.
Yes. Okay.
The revolution was starting.
Right. That makes sense now. Okay. Because I was wondering about that. I was like, how could he have been there if he was?
I didn't really catch that. Now that you told me, I caught it.
Because he was bleeding.
I didn't really catch that when I watched it.
Yeah, and his hand was bleeding. They didn't really explain why, and they never did, because I was leaving the theater. I was like, they never went back to that. But now that
they did go back to it.
What do you mean?
He was on the beach.
When
they went back to the beach
at the end?
Yeah, he was there. He was part of the lineup.
I don't think I might have.
He was part of the line in the divide when it was all holding hands.
Yeah.
He was part of it.
By the way, what year were you born?
Me, 89.
Yeah. Okay, I was born in 84. But do you remember Hands Across America being a thing?
No, so I don't know what that was. I mean, I've seen that symbol before.
I did a little bit of research. So you know, so Hands Across America was this plan where they were going to raise awareness.
For homeless people, right?
Yeah, for homeless people. They were going to raise money and awareness for homeless people.
Yeah.
So the idea was that everybody across America, 6 million people, were supposed to hold hands across the United States from coast to coast.
They were supposed to do that?
Right.
Like a real thing?
Yeah. It never worked out because that's not how the United States is built. Like there's rivers and deserts and lakes impossible. And it's mountain. Yeah, it's impossible. So it failed. Hands Across America only raised $15 million. It was a bust.
$50 million is a lot of money.
Right. But considering they were expecting to raise hundreds of millions of dollars,
But why would he add that in the movie?
So we'll get to it because I have a few theories about that.
So now that you brought that up, that was that fucked me up. Like when you met that, because I know the dude with the Bible scripture. Because I was trying to figure out his real importance, but he was the first person
to become untethered.
That fucked me up just now when you said that.
Right.
Because because I remember them driving past the person.
Right. And
going into the ambulance. Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I forgot that the fucking kid saw him on the beach.
Yeah. So he runs into it. So he goes back to the family. They reunite, and they go back home.
Yeah.
So they're chilling.
He was in the bathroom. I thought he went into the House of Mirrors. When they found him in the bathroom, I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Because I didn't catch that beginning.
Right.
If I caught that beginning, I would have been like, oh, okay, there's more clones.
So then he comes out of the bathroom. They go home, and it's nighttime, right? Was it? Yeah. And then the lights go out.
Typical horror movie
stuff. Power goes out. And then that's when you see
niggas in the driveway.
Yeah.
If you want to get crazy,
we could get crazy, which I thought was a great scene. I thought, even though it was in the trailer or whatever, but
fuck trailers. Listen.
So they bust in the house. Now here's where I agree with you about the dad.
He should have just hit him when he
should have just hit him with the dad
down the driveway.
But I get it. He was scared, so he goes back in the house. Homeboy is his doppelganger, his tethered, his copy. Overpowers him, hits him in the knee, grabs the bat, hits him in the knee with his own bat, and then they get in the house.
Yeah.
And then it's
just some bullshit from there.
The mom explains, the
real Lupita,
right?
Which the whole thing in this movie. After I watched the whole thing, why the fuck was she? If she could talk,
who could talk?
Lupita's character.
The original or the copy?
The original. If she could talk, why was she talking like that?
Because remember when they show that the other one, the copy, chokes her?
Yeah.
She probably broke her trachea or something like that.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's why she was talking like that?
Yeah. Because she could talk, and that's why the rest of the...
I've been thinking about this shit since I seen the movie.
Right.
I'm like, why the fuck did she talk like that?
I think because she grabbed her real hard. I think he broke her trachea. So the thing is, she could talk, and that's why she was considered like the Messiah that would lead them out, because she was the only one that could. Remember, none of the other...
Yeah. She led the revolution. She's like Nat Turner, bro.
Right,
She's seen the light
exactly
and let everybody out.
Exactly. No, honestly, that's a really good analogy, because Nat Turner could read and write, and yeah.
So it was like, I fucking like, that's how I see it. I related it to Nat Turner.
Yeah.
That's what I related.
That's a good way to look at it.
But I'm like, why does she talk like that? I kept thinking like, why was she talking like that?
My theory, and this isn't confirmed. I'm just saying my theory is that when
she choked her, yeah,
she must have broken something. She must have broken something.
But she was a kid.
I mean, they don't have medical attention down there. You can't fix a broken trachea once you're down there. You're just like, fuck it. You don't know. You got to talk the way you can.
I guess.
That's my theory. I don't know if you have.
Now another thing. What's up with the kid in his face?
So okay, the kid who, the original.
Yeah.
Remember, he couldn't do that magic trick.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get the thing to light on fire.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, if you're trying to do a magic trick and you're supposed to start to make a spark, you're like trying to look close. I think the copy was lighting it. I think he was doing the trick, and he was burning himself constantly.
Oh.
Because remember, he was like a little pyromaniac. He would like fucking with fire. He always had matches on him. Yeah. That's what I think it was. So
I was trying to figure that shit out. I was like, why is his face fucked up? Even though he likes fire, like I get that.
I think every time, because remember, every time they would do something up top on the surface and on Earth or whatever on in the originals, the people down below would copy it. They would just do the same thing. So I think that's
which is so weird.
He was just lighting himself on fire constantly.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Like I think it's almost like remember when the daughter, they were talking about her wanting to quit track?
Yeah.
The one underneath never quit. That's why she was able to catch her all those times.
Yeah, but what doesn't make sense is she's not running in real life. So how would she be running? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The real daughter is not running in real life. So how would the copy be running in real life?
Well, she was, and then she stopped. But by then, like the copy doesn't have the wherewithal to be like, I'm quitting. It's just a matter of, you know what I mean? To me, that's how I looked at it.
Yeah, but she can't practice because the other one's not practicing.
Yeah, that's true.
So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But
you're probably right. Yeah. All right. So the copies break into the house. They do the whole thing, and then they kind of separate. So the son takes the son.
Yeah. They all go with each other's
copies. Yeah. I
don't understand why they even did that.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to do. I don't know why they did it. I think it was just to fuck with them.
I guess. I don't know.
So I have the order mixed up, but like the copy of the dad takes him on the boat. He puts him in a black plastic bag.
Yeah.
I guess to dump him in the water.
Yeah.
And then they fight, and then he eventually kills him
kills the dude
with the motor, which I think was smart. That was.
I mean, it was an accident, but he got it.
Yeah,
he got that.
That's as smart as you could do. Well, he was smart enough to realize, all right, let me hit my head on this thing, so the motor starts running.
Yeah.
And then he can. I don't think he planned to have him cut up by the motor, but it happened. Then what happened? Because he went back for them. Yeah, they were the three copies were still alive. They get on the boat. Why did they go to the White family's house?
Because they were trying to escape. That's what got me.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't have done that.
Nah, because the White family is close by.
Yeah,
they know them and they can use their phones and.
That's true. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
By the way, when they called the cops, they said 14 minutes. Like, did you think that they were gonna show up? Because I had a feeling they were gonna be.
That was a reference to Get Out.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, the cops coming late is a reference to Get Out. Is a reference.
Was it 14 minutes? Like, was that specific to
what happened in Get Out when he called the cops? Remember?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I don't know. Remember when he called the cops and Get Out?
Yeah.
And they never showed up.
Yeah, until like the very end, but it turned like.
But it was his boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the same reference.
Yeah.
Like the police is not gonna show up when they need to.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
They only show up to do fuck shit.
Yeah. I wish it would have shown up late anyway, just to be funny.
Whatever.
So all right. So they go to the wife family's house, which that's when I was like, when you saw their copies,
that's when I realized, okay, this is bigger.
Yeah, than just this family.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I thought it was the whole Funhouse thing.
Yeah.
And then when it wasn't the Funhouse thing, I tried to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when I seen the family shit, I was like, okay, this shit.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
I thought it was kind of. This is just my own quirk. I was like, when the mom was the white mom was still alive, and she was like, Ophelia called the police, and she played fuck the police. I was like, I would have gone a different direction with that. I would, because I thought, you know what I thought was gonna happen? They were gonna play Sting and the Police, the band. That's what I was like. I was like, that makes more sense to me.
He's gonna play Sting.
That's what I thought. Because call the police, fuck the police. I mean, I get it.
Call the police. Call the police sounds like fuck the police.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a little nitpicky on my part. I was like, all right. It was a good song. I enjoy it. Them niggas came out of nowhere though, but like with the twins.
Yeah.
They, like fucking. So
that fucked me up. I was like, oh shit. Even my whole thing when I was in the theater, everybody in the theater was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, yo, whoa, shit.
That shit was crazy.
That solidified like, damn, this shit is bigger than fucking just Lupita's character.
So then the black family goes into the white family's house. They realize that they're copies. They kill them. And then
after that, the movie is like it's pretty much over after that for me.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like at that point you just want to know
what happens.
What caused.
How does this end?
Right.
That's what I want to know. Like, how does this end?
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, okay, how does this end?
They kill the white copies. They get in the car. They're driving away. They get to was it their house? Where they live, or was it back to the beach house?
No, that's when they started going back to the beach.
Yeah. So then they notice like all the copies are out, and they're doing the Hands Across America thing. Okay, so here's another thing that kind of like I'm wondering about it now still. The boy, when they were the only ones that mirror each other. So the copy of the boy was doing what the original boy was doing. Yeah. And then he was backing up into the fire to kill him. Yeah. Why is it that he was the only one that could do that?
Because he's the only one that understood that they just did what they was doing.
Okay.
Everybody else was just trying to fight him, so they were trying to fight him.
Yeah. So they were fighting. Yeah, they were fighting back. Okay.
Everybody else is just fighting, and he was like, "Let me just do." They do what we do.
Yeah.
Because he figured it out. He's like, "It's a trap. Let's just do what they do."
Yeah. Although, like, they should have listened to him because they probably would have seen him get snatched up.
Yeah, but Lupita's character was real, so she could have did whatever she wanted.
Right, yeah.
She was doing whatever.
So then Lupita's character takes the boy, runs off and goes down to the tunnels. Yeah. Which, by the way, here's to go back a little bit. Remember at the first beach scene, he says he's building tunnels. Okay, I think the boy, I think he's a copy. At the end, when he has the rabbit, I think he's a copy. I don't think he's the original boy.
No, he's the original, bro.
Here's my theory.
He just knows his mother is the copy. Okay.
Because I was like, maybe the original they got switched too.
No.
But he's just burnt and he can't talk.
No. He's burnt. He can't talk. He's a copy. He knows that his mother is the copy. She's not.
How do you think he knew that though?
He figured it out. Like he figured it out when they was in the car.
Okay.
He figured it out when they was in the car. He's like, because she's killing niggas different. She's killing the white lady different. Like when she killed the daughter, one of the daughters, she's like, okay. He realizes.
Oh, that's right. Because
he realizes that's not. My mom is one of the copies.
When she went back to get the keys, and he went and he saw her kill the white daughter. Yeah. She was like fucking. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. He figured it out.
Okay. So yeah, then
because she was going extra hard.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like his father's not going that hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going that hard. They just want to get out the situation.
Yeah.
She's want to kill all the copies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lupita wants to kill all the copies because she knows she's the copy.
Right. So she's trying to okay. Yeah. So at that point. We get to the end. She goes down to the tunnels, sees her copy, and then they kind of explain. They kind of explain. So okay, that's pretty much the movie. But
that's the movie, bro.
To kind of go back a little bit. So basically, the copies were created by the government, essentially.
That's what I
or somebody.
No, it was a government experiment that they couldn't do. So they tried to make clones, like they do. They try to make clones.
And they left the clones.
And they realized that the clones do what the original people do.
Yeah.
They can't untether that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can make a clone of somebody, but you can't. That can't be that's not a separate.
So I've got a theory for you. In Get Out, the grandfather, the one that
it's not similar to Get Out though.
I know it's not, but could they be in the same universe?
No.
You don't think so? You don't think You don't think the grandfather? Remember the one who lost the race to Jesse Owens and he wanted to be fast or whatever? He put himself in the running, the guy that was running.
Yeah.
If he was around at the time,
you mean the fake slave dude?
Yeah.
When he was running.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
So that he was the grandfather, that guy, right? Wasn't he?
He was the groundskeeper.
Yeah, but like inside, he was the grandfather. He was the white grandfather.
No.
Yeah, they put his consciousness into
Oh yeah. I gotta watch Get Out.
And that's why he was always running, because when he was young, he lost in the Olympics to Jesse Owens.
Yeah.
So he would have been, because they said in Us, they were like, they abandoned the project generations ago. He would have been old enough to be in that generation that tried that experiment. It's a stretch, I know.
You stretching shit.
I don't know.
My thing is, the only call to reference to Get Out to me was the police shit.
Yeah.
That was the only like kind of Get Out call to reference thing. Even though it's like a life thing, but
yeah,
it's kind of similar. They did the same thing in Get Out.
Yeah. So the theory is that it's a movie about class, right? Because it's like everybody up top.
You want to know what's the deeper meaning?
Well, that's what most people say. It's like it's a movie about class. The people up top, they have everything. It's like and it's not so much white black. It's more about
my shit. This is a clone shit. I don't think that deep. Like people be thinking got all these theories.
That's what people were saying. Yeah,
all this shit. It's like, yo, I get it, but it's like I don't think it's that deep, bro. It's clones. They doing what we doing. They got it shit life, and we got the good life, and they want our life.
Well, that's class. That's a class issue.
It's not a class issue. They weren't allowed to be. They wasn't supposed to exist in the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like I told you, I'm in a
class issue is these people exist and they're fucked. Like a real class issue. These people exist and they're fucked up, and we exist and we're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a real class issue. These people are clones of us.
Yeah.
And I know people's deep meaning, like, oh, you're supposed to see yourself in other people. That's how they.
That's a lot of people saying.
But I was like,
it don't got. It
doesn't
have to be that deep, but I think that's what people were doing. You know.
People were making it very deep.
Like, all right, so I got.
It is deep though.
I got some questions from some like one guy in particular, a friend of mine. Shout out to Chris.
Did you like the movie?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Would you watch it again?
Yeah.
I'll watch it one more time.
Yeah, I would.
It's cool though.
I think I wanna watch it again just to kind of like catch things that I missed.
Yeah.
All right. So, he says that the biggest plot hole: all the drones or the clones, I guess, can be controlled by an extent by their main self, except for the main character. Right, because the main character.
That's not a plot hole though.
It's not a plot hole.
No.
The main character isn't a clone.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Definitely not.
They switched.
The main character is the main. They're two main characters.
Right. So call them Adelaide and Red. That's I looked it up. So it's like they go.
Fuck that. Lupita dark and Lupita light.
Well, which one's dark?
The dark one. The one with
the clone.
The clone. Yeah.
Okay.
But she's not the clone. It's confusing.
Okay. So Adelaide is the one who we see in the beginning of the.
Which one's bad? This is what a question I had to ask for you. This is a question I had to ask for you.
Okay.
Which one's bad and which one's good?
Well, that's a good question because
that's what fucked me up at the end of the movie. I'm like, which one's bad? Who's the horror movie for?
Like, who's the hero? You're saying?
Who's the hero and who's the
Red.
villain?
Red is the hero. Red is the hero because she was a regular person. Her clone put her down there with a bunch of other clones. Where she didn't belong.
Yeah, but according to this deeper meaning,
okay,
she essentially just took the life she was supposed to have.
That doesn't make her a hero. She stole it. It wasn't just because she was supposed to have it doesn't mean she deserved it.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I mean, no,
that's fucked up.
It's not. It's not okay. It's not her fault that
Mexicans deserve a fair wage.
Where do we get to Mexicans?
I'm saying,
yeah, they do.
But they got it hard out here.
Sure,
they deserve a fair wage.
But you know what? They work hard and they get what they. You know what?
No, they don't.
You're right. Yeah, I can't even.
You're right. They don't.
But
so according to your standards, if a Mexican took over an American business and stole it, who's to blame? Who's wrong?
He is. He's wrong. He didn't earn that.
He did.
How? Who's to say that a CEO?
If a Mexican, wait, hold on, stop, hold on. If a Mexican is making toasters, right?
Yeah.
Toasters, and he goes to the CEO, kills him, and takes all his fucking and switches over.
Why'd you gotta do that? The CEO obviously had to do something to get to be CEO.
No, listen.
Why is the CEO less deserving?
All right. You're not listening.
Okay.
It's somebody who makes toasters.
Yeah.
Right? The head of the company
yeah.
doesn't do shit. He just makes his money off of this person making toasters.
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So somehow the Mexican who makes these toasters finds a way to switch places with the CEO and make himself the CEO of the company.
Okay.
And then this guy now has to make toasters.
Sure, it's karma.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's wrong in that situation?
I don't think there's anybody wrong. I mean, honestly, I don't. I don't think there's anybody wrong per se. I think it's
a complicated question.
Sure. I think the poor person in that scenario is right in seizing the opportunity, and I think the CEO in that situation, it's. I mean,
he's fucked up. Everybody should be equal.
I agree. But that's communism, and nobody wants that, really. I guess, right?
It's hard to do.
It's very hard to do because people are greedy. People are naturally greedy.
It's a deep. That's what makes a movie deep.
Yeah.
Is when you think about who's the bad.
Who's the bad? Yeah.
Who's bad in that situation?
There really is no.
You kind of feel bad because you're scared. You're just scared of the other people.
Yeah.
That come from the bottom, the clones.
Yeah.
You're scared of the clones
because
but that doesn't make them wrong.
No, it's just a different perspective.
Yeah,
like what the scene that honestly made me feel bad for the clones was when she was talking about like she had her first kid.
Yeah,
and I had to do that, and then you had the second, and you remember I forgot exactly how she said it, but like basically she had a cesarean, she had a C-section for the boy.
Yeah.
And again, there's no medicine, there's no doctors.
I want to know how sex works in the world.
There's all they do is eat rabbit and fucking like copy everybody upstairs, up top. That's all they do. Yeah. So they had she had to physically. She did it said it herself. She's like, I had to cut him out myself.
Yeah.
So like you kind of feel bad for them because it's like, damn, she didn't want to have a C-section, but she did because and she had to go through all that herself. Yeah. So again, it's not a plot hole because Adelaide,
it's a switch. They switched.
Adelaide and Red were switched.
Yeah.
So that's why she was able to kind of have free will.
But they both kind of led their own lives.
Right.
At a certain point.
Okay, so he said also, how the fuck this many people able to live underground? So you want us to believe the government had this huge project with this many clones, and then when it didn't work, they were like, fuck it, just leave me down here. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so in the very beginning of the movie, the title card, when they talk about the tunnels,
and shit,
there's tons and tons and tons of tunnels. Like when I started thinking about it, I was like, yeah, there are a lot of abandoned subway tunnels in New York, but think about that in every city in the United States. There's tunnels. Like there's a lot of tunnels. Yeah, there's a lot of tunnels. It's not just subways and trains. There's sewers. There's fucking there's mine shafts. There's a lot of tunnels underneath the United States because here's another thing.
It's an underworld.
Yeah, I again, this is something I looked up.
Which is not really true in all cases.
Well, yeah, but there's articles of like in the 80s and 90s. A lot of homeless people lived underground.
They still do, bro.
Yeah, they still live,
especially in New York.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to call them mole people just because they didn't have a name. They were just homeless people.
There's a guy every time I leave here, he lives on that train.
Yeah,
bro. He just goes back and forth.
Yeah, there's guys that live
all day on that
subways.
train.
And like I said, it's not just subways. It's old abandoned trains. It's sewers. It's all type of stuff. Sometimes they come up, to get a little money and go back down, get some food, come back down. Some of these people like they rummage through dumpsters and shit. So it's feasible to believe. Maybe it's a horror movie. It's a movie. So yeah, it makes it seem like there's a lot, but it's feasible to believe that there are thousands, maybe 1 million people underground.
Yeah.
It's not outside the realm of possibility. He said, "Who the fuck powered those tunnels?"
Who powers them?
Who powered those tunnels? They did.
I don't know.
Like I think he's talking about the corridors where the rabbits all were and there were lights.
Where did the power come from? It was a government
a lot of it wasn't.
project.
Yeah, it was a government project. So a lot, like, who knows where? Like, it's probably residual power. It's probably, who knows.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shit we don't know about.
Digging deep. It's a movie, bro.
Yeah. He said, "Why the fuck are they using scissors?"
That part is kind of tricky. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The red outfits and the scissors. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
You don't know what that is?
The red suit and the scissors?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The gloves. You want me to look that up?
Sure. Yeah. The gloves. I don't know. Somebody said, I read somewhere that it was a reference to Freddy Krueger, but I don't think that was it. I think it was just a straight. I don't know.
Was it a reference to Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, because he wore one leather glove.
Really?
That was just a theory that I read somewhere on Reddit.
All right, go ahead.
Someone said, I think he was trying to say how old is she supposed to be, because she's about 9-10 years old when she's a kid, and then that's in 1986, which would have put her being born in 1976, and in present day, Lupita Nyong'o's character would have had to be like 10 years older than me, like in her mid 40s.
Oh.
But that's assuming she's maybe 10 years old. They never said her age, did they?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking
about. I think she might have been. She could have been like 6-7 years old, which means she would have been born in like 1980, which she'd be like 39, 40 years old right now. That's not outside the realm of possibility.
It says there's a duality to scissors.
Okay. Oh, because
a whole made up of two parts, but they also lie in this territory between the mundane and the absolute terrifying.
They're still texting me, by the way. Somebody said, "Stan, that whole movie is riddled with plot holes. It would have sunk faster than Titanic."
It's not riddled with plot holes.
There's no plot holes. You're not, because you're. I think you're looking.
What's the plot hole?
Yeah.
There's no plot holes at all.
He says,
it's
why?
Covered.
He said, "Why is it that why is it that only the one son can control his doppelganger in the movie, when we see flashbacks of the doppelgangers literally doing the exact same things as the normal people above?"
No, they were copying. The father copied with the glasses.
Yeah.
Mad shit.
Yeah. So he's saying, why is it that they all copied?
They're all copied.
Like the only
when they're fighting each other, they're fighting each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The son was the only one that didn't
figured
fight.
it out.
Yeah. He was the only one that didn't fight back.
Yeah.
Because he figured out, like you said, he figured out that they're gonna mimic what I do.
Yeah.
So that was it. The son really is the hero of the movie, really, if you think about it. If you want to find a hero, the son's the hero of the movie.
I guess. He's just the hero because the clone is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the growl. Honestly, I gotta say the growling was off-putting.
Now let's put a bow on this shit.
Yeah.
What
I would see it again. I would recommend it to everybody.
Yeah. I think the only call to reference towards Get Out is the police shit. Us is cool. I mean, the deep meaning shit, I get it, but niggas, don't let niggas throw you in too deep, because this is really
right.
It's really not. I don't think it's that deep. They making it seem like this deep ass shit. To me, it's not that deep.
Right.
It's like, all right, cool. It's class. They got it fucked up. We don't. They come up. They kill us.
Right. I'm just kind of pulling up some. So the Bible verse, Jeremiah 11:11. I looked it up. It's behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape, and though they
not talking.
Huh?
Something about not talking, right? They won't hear me scream.
No, I think it's behold, I will bring evil upon them.
Yeah.
Which they shall not be able to escape.
Yeah.
And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So basically,
you won't hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Because it pops up a few times.
I don't know what that symbolizes towards the movie, though.
Right.
I mean, it's just like, okay, that God is doing this. I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. You know what I thought was weird when they were, at one point she was like, "Who are you?" and she was like, "We're Americans."
Yeah.
I think that was like just to throw us off. I think it was that because it was trying to like
No, they're American. They're really American.
Yeah, they're forgot. Like they're homeless people. That's what this movie's about. Okay, you want to know what this movie's about? This movie's about
the homeless people coming back to get our fucking lives.
To get our shit.
It is.
When you see homeless people in the street, throw them a little change because if not, they're gonna fuck us up. That's it. We just figured it out.
I could remake this movie with a couple hobos that look like us.
This movie is about homeless people.
It really is, though. If you want the deeper meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
About the poor people coming back to get their rich people shit.
Someone said, here's another thing. You're telling me that there are about 6 million people, or the whole population of the U.S. is cloned and just left on the ground for 30 years, somehow surviving off the infinite supply of rabbits. Yeah. Rabbits multiply like crazy.
Yeah, but rabbits is not nourishable. You cannot survive off of rabbits.
You can't? I've never had rabbit. You ever had rabbit?
Did rabbit stew?
You've had rabbit stew?
No. I've never had it.
You've had rabbit?
I want to, though. I'll have it eventually.
I wouldn't mind trying rabbit. You'd have to tell me something else first, though.
Nah, fuck the tummy rabbit.
Nah,
I'll try it.
I don't know.
I've had turtle.
Really? I think I think you did tell me. How is that?
It's alright. It's not bad.
Like the shell and everything, or
no? It's like,
what does it taste like? Is it chewy?
Tastes like. It's hard to explain. Like, yeah, it's kind of chewy, but it's like.
Hold on.
Indescribable. Really. It's kind of, if you have like alligator, if you had like alligator and stuff like that, it's kind of the same. I
want to know how many homeless people. Hey Siri, how many homeless people are in the United States? No, that's not what I said. My web search. That's not what I said. I'm gonna try it again. Hey Siri, how many homeless people are in the United States?
Here's what I found on the web for how many homeless people are in the United States. Have a look.
I'm gonna have a look.
End it on this.
Yeah, let me look up the.
There's no count. You can't account for them.
That's pretty tough. As of 2010, the annual report found that there were about 1.5 million people that experienced homelessness. Some were homeless temporarily, but that's what they know.
Yeah,
and that was 10 years ago.
A very technical term, bro.
It's not hard to believe that there would be 6 million homeless people in the United States. That's not hard.
That's a lot of people.
It's not hard to believe.
Be nice to homeless people. End of the story.
There you go.
According to us, start being nice to some homeless people.
Yeah.
This is Nobody's Movie Review. Make sure you follow us on iTunes.
Yeah, subscribe, rate, review, tell a friend. Do all that stuff. Seriously, like leave us a rating and a review,
and tell us what movies you want to review. We'll just come back with whatever you guys pick.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys pick, movies to review,
we'll watch it.
We'll pick 2 and we'll review it.
What do you want to do for next week?
That's what I'm saying. We'll let them.
We'll let them choose.
We'll put this up and then we'll let them choose.
Yeah, do it as soon as possible because
Yeah, please. I'm gonna try to put it out right now.
If you have links, by the way, just send us. You could give us links to the movies. Actually, don't do that. We'll do that ourselves.
Yeah, just tell us what movie.
Yeah, just tell us what movie it is. All right.